My name is Seedy Njie, and I am an Abrahamic House Fellow. In Abrahamic House, I am one of the Muslim Fellows. There's four of us this year. We have a Jewish Fellow, Ellen, our Christian Fellow, Sochi, and two Muslim Fellows, me, Seedy, and Esma. So I'm 23, the Lord is my shepherd. I used to do those prayers every morning. And then I go home, I'm a Muslim kid. But at school, I'm like this Christian kid. But my parents were okay with that. Almost everyone was okay with that. And Gambia is a 95% Muslim country. And we celebrate Easter, we celebrate Christmas, we do those things. So when I moved to the US, I saw that it had a name, and it was Interfaith. I'm like, oh wait, why are we doing this? So I went into it, and that's how I really got into this world. I was attracted to the house because of the work that they do. And the work is interfaith coalition building, interfaith conversation, dialogue, and community. And I came in, and that's exactly what we are still doing. The work we do is it is a co-living interfaith incubator, and all the fellows live in the house as well. So that's one element that you don't get to see a lot. Coming into the house, or prior to the house, I wasn't sure how much of myself I can put around people who are in completely different political perspective as I do. And being in the house, I was challenged in that sense because it gave me the tools to use to express what I was feeling and why I was feeling that way. And I got to hear their perspective and where they're coming from. And then we have those discussions. Sometimes we agree and leave happy. Sometimes we disagree. But we always leave knowing that at least we had a decent conversation. We brainstorm events, we brainstorm what is current, what is happening in our communities, what is relevant in our communities, what we want the world to be. So we go from there and create dialogue, conversations, events that are close to what our values are. We're doing interfaith events that connect all the Abrahamic religions, and not only for religious folks, but people who also are outside the religious community. We try to the best of our abilities to create a space where people can freely express themselves, have questions, and have those questions answered by people's lived experiences. When you have a conversation with someone, it makes it easier to humanize them. It makes it easier to break down some of those barriers. So that open dialogue, honest, open dialogue that we stand on, I believe, is what has been successful for us. The people attending in different groups, and within their groups, we will give them 3 different levels of questions. We'll start with light fun, and something more personal and reflective, and something more brave. That will be the third one, and that's where the deeper questions come in. But we break it down that way so people feel comfortable and build that trust first before we go into those questions. It is not all kumbaya. There are very tough conversations that are in interfaith. Interfaith is very difficult. It is great, but it's hard work. So we can't always come into it with celebration and we're all the same, we're all one. Yes, we are, but we're also very different in certain ways. So that difference is important to be highlighted. Being a fellow in the Abrahamic House has taught me that people want community, people want support. So when you provide them the opportunity to come into a space that is safe and that is inclusive and not just performative, but real inclusion, you do the real work and not just holiday to holiday, like they need to see that you're living these values out every single day. We have a lot of people who come to our events who are not part of the Abrahamic religion, they're not religious at all, and they're not interested in interfaith work in the beginning, but now they see what it can mean. It is so much bigger than what our religious beliefs are. It's more of how we can coexist in a healthy and beautiful way.